increasingly, experts say, the ice is disappearing at a disturbing rate, and that in turn impacts the future, and perhaps the very existence, of at least half of the world's 18 penguin species, who depend on ice and frigid waters that support krill, the penguin diet mainstay. When cheetahs or lions get hunted, or elephants decline, there's a big uproar. And I think, because you see penguins in large numbers in some places, people are ignoring the larger rate of their decline, said Oxford University penguinologist Tom Hart. The general public doesn't realize the penguins are declining so fast. But it's not just the penguins we have to worry about, Hart says, it's the health of the planet itself. The last wilderness on Earth is impacted by us now, he said, describing the region's decline as a grave indicator of what's to come. Life's cycle disrupted for Antarctica's penguins. It's the end of the breeding cycle for most penguins here as summer comes to a close. The gentoos, badlies and chinstraps are nudging their newborns from the rocks of Antarctica's peninsula toward the waters of the Southern Ocean. Experts say about 50% of the eggs will produce a penguin chick that makes it to sea, and about half of those will survive the hungry predators below, as they plunge into the frigid waters for their first swim. Leopard seals are lurking, and for the newborns, avoiding their mortal enemy is not easy. Many will die. Those that do survive are subject to climate change that is threatening their food supply. Hart has spent nearly a decade studying the creatures that have captured the world's imagination for centuries. Each year, for 3 to 4 months, he positions himself along the Antarctic coast to observe, measure and chart penguin colonies. Some colonies have been followed since polar explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton and his men headed here some 100 years ago. When you look at all penguins, they are largely in trouble, said Hart. We're so concerned because we're seeing massive changes to their populations. They're probably not going to go extinct anytime soon, but the environment is changing very fast. Chinstraps populations seem to have declined up to 50% in the last 30 years, he added. Hart, like most experts, is cautious to speak in absolutes because the harsh environment here makes it difficult to get a clear picture of what's happening. Experts use time-lapse cameras and sit at computers, laboriously counting penguins one by one to compare colony sizes from year to year. Algae live on top of the ice and underneath it too, providing a grazing ground for the krill that amass beneath, the way a raccoon chooses to hide in a garbage can. Krill mostly stay put under the frozen Southern Ocean. But as the ice sheet disappears due to climate change, that habitat shrinks and moves further south. The West Antarctic Peninsula has increased 3 degrees since 1951, Hart said. We've seen a large reduction in sea ice over the same period. Although the climate has always undergone oscillations in temperature, Hart says the recent changes are happening much faster than normal. Logically, less ice has resulted in less krill, say marine biologists. And since krill is the main diet for penguins, seals and whales, less food has in turn meant fewer births. That theory is widely accepted by scientists like French marine biologist Fabrice Genevois. He says it's mostly Americans who have confused politics with science by questioning global climate change. We have all the information now, that's clear enough, said Genevois. There's no argument anymore. You have to be either a liar or be crazy not to understand what we are doing to change the climate. We are responsible, that's for sure. Add to that equation, fishing. Less ice has opened areas to more fishing boats that in turn have targeted krill as a profitable catch. There's a 620,000-ton catch limit for krill in Antarctica, which is only about 1% of the total estimated mass in the region. But it's the location of the krill fisheries, all aggregated in the Antarctic Peninsula near the South Shetland Islands, that is the main cause of concern. The boats increasingly drop their nets in the same waters where penguins search for food. The nets are not catching penguins indiscriminately, but they are competing for the krill that the wildlife eats to survive. Where do those captured krill end up? In part, they're used as fish food at salmon farms, desirable because krill help color salmon pink, which increases sales at the supermarket. Click here and hear for more on managing the krill catch. Canary in a coal mine. The entire population of emperor penguins, chinstraps and badlies live in Antarctica. If the ice continues to retreat, those species are at risk. Meanwhile, the potential for disease outbreaks increases. as the regions of Antarctica warm it has much more potential as a petri dish, said Hart, citing disease from the north, in particular avian disease, as being the main concern. The penguins, marine biologists say, are giving us a warning. We don't need to necessarily fear change, said marine biologist Maria Claus, who works with tour company Quark Expeditions. But the penguins' decline will change the world as we know it, she said. And we should not kid ourselves.